Hello, gorgeous. I'm RJ. Welcome to Keto Over 50. I have a really great hack for you today. A wonderful recipe for French toast made with inked keto low carb bread from Costco. It is 11 carbs, 45 calories a slice, 11 carbs, 10 of those are fiber, no added sugar. And I've gotten so dependent on this. I just absolutely love it. So I have 2 slices of inked keto bread out. I have butter, of course, because it's me cooking. One of my friends once said, all your recipes are so great, RJ, because everything starts with take 2 sticks of butter. Well, not quite. So I'm going to start my frying pan, put it up to between medium and medium high. I have some jumbo blueberries. Have you tried these yet? Most grocery stores have them now, and they're just a little bit sweeter. They are not GMO, at least not the ones I bought. I have cinnamon and nutmeg. These are my antique jars, and these actually say what's in them. A lot of them I have to write on the back of the jar on the lid because they're not what I need. But I have cinnamon and nutmeg, 2 eggs. I love the pure syrup. I think you say it pure. My favorite is the caramel. But I ended up getting the maple by mistake. So we're having maple, pure syrup, vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, a splash of heavy whipping cream. And this is the hack, the secret ingredient of all time, Skrewball Peanut Butter Whiskey. My late friend Regina introduced me to it years ago. And my other girlfriend, Elizabeth, and I were there, and we were like, ew, peanut butter whiskey. She goes, try it. So we put it on some ice in a glass, and it was outrageously good. So I've been hooked to it ever since. The challenge is I am trying to find out how many carbs are in an ounce or an ounce and a half serving. I didn't want to mislead you about the carbs in anything. So I went online and I looked up Skrewball. And I found different answers on every different website. So fatsecret.com said there's 7 carbs in 1 ounce. If that's the case, I have to stop buying and consuming this. Indowineliqueur.com, INDOWINELIQUOR.com said the flavor comes from peanuts. There's no sugar. And that 1.5 ounce has literally 0 carbs. Little difference of opinion, right? And they said because of the peanuts, he says it's less than 1 gram per 2 ounce serving. Cully's Kitchen said 1 ounce has 7 carbs. Armadillo Whiskeys said a 1.5 ounce serving had 4 grams of carbs. So I've reached out to the company, and I will update this video as soon as I hear back from them because I want to know. I want it to be 0 because this is so good. I'm going to do the recipe anyway because we can always have a treat once in a while, but 7 carbs, if you're trying to stay under 20 carbs a day, do you really want 1/3 of your carbs to be whiskey? I don't. Okay, I'm having coffee for now. I'm going to start with, this is just incredibly easy. I'm going to crack open 2 eggs. I used to be able to do it with 1 hand, and then I had carpal tunnel surgery, and I kind of lost my finesse. So 2 eggs. I'm putting in a splash of heavy whipping cream, which I would say that's a tablespoon. You'll get used to it. I just throw stuff in. And like I said, baking is a little more precise. I have my teaspoon here for some vanilla extract. And Skrewball, 1.5 ounces in the mix. That's just crazy. When I saw this, I was so intrigued. I had to try it. I watched it on Auntie Chef. Jamie made Martha Stewart's French toast, and she fried it in oil in her recipe. So he did, which I didn't like. They cut the crust off. They fried it in oil, but they used regular whiskey. And of course, the way my brain works, I thought I don't like whiskey, but I like Skrewball, so I thought that would be fantastic. Then I have a little bit of nutmeg. I thought that was the cinnamon. I put in too much. And a little bit of cinnamon, probably about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a sprinkling of nutmeg. And then just mix that together. And we're going to put at least a tablespoon of butter in the pan. And I have a nonstick pan here, a ceramic nonstick pan. So I have the pan set between medium and medium-high heat. And if you've ever made French toast before, you know what I'm doing right now. I'm soaking the egg mixture, complete with Skrewball, onto the bread, getting it soaked in, and into the pan. I'm going to make 2 slices. It's only 2 net carbs for 2 slices. How could I resist? You won't believe the flavor. It doesn't taste like alcohol at all when you put this in. I am making a mess here, though. Put this other piece in. There we go. Nice sizzle. And there we go. Now we're going to just let it brown on both sides and get ready to enjoy the most amazing breakfast. It's 1:30 right now where I am here in Las Vegas. And one of the biggest things that helped me with keto was intermittent fasting. I try never to eat before noon, and I try to be done eating by 7 or 8 at night. And what's amazing is it stopped me from snacking, especially like having a cookie dunked in my coffee first thing in the morning, having a little extra something at night before you go to bed, another bite of this or that, usually sugar, usually sweets. So I'm totally off sugar now. I love the sugar substitutes. You really do get used to them. And allulose, Allulose, allulose is one of the best. It's actually good for you, and it doesn't spike your glycemic index, which is what you want to avoid always when you're on keto. But being on intermittent fasting actually stopped me from snacking. So if I get busy and I have to run out, do errands, and I leave here at 10 or 11 in the morning and I don't get back till 2 or 3, I haven't eaten. I've had water. I had a latte in the morning. I use Nut Pods, which is no protein and no carbs. It's like coconut cream, almond milk. Anyway, I like that unsweetened vanilla. And it holds me, and I take some MCT oil in it or a little butter. And I don't even think about eating till finally 2 or 3 o'clock. I think, oh my goodness, I am so hungry. It finally does catch up to you. But it's just such a great way to avoid eating and lose more weight if that's your goal, other than just living healthy. So there's the French toast. Like I said, you won't taste the Skrewball in it. It just kind of has a taste of like butterscotch. It's so good. Okay, that just took a few minutes, and you can see I cut them into triangles. I always like that. Reminds me of my childhood when we would eat out brunch or breakfast at a restaurant, and they would serve it up so pretty. Little triangles. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. There we go. Of course, then they would dust them with powdered sugar, which I had no objection to. Now I'm getting rid of any of the butter in the pan because it might have been burned a little bit. And I am adding fresh butter. I've turned the pan off. But I just like a little bit of the flavor. What is this, about a teaspoon? On my knife, it says no such thing as too much butter. I was keto before it was cool. And then I'm going to take a little of the pure syrup because I hate putting cold syrup. This is kept in the fridge. I don't like putting cold syrup on warm French toast. It makes it really cold. So I've turned the pan off, and as soon as that last bit of butter melts, I'm just going to drizzle this over the French toast. Look at this. Look at this beautiful breakfast that just takes a few minutes. Of course, the alcohol cooks off of the Skrewball. And I have my big, beautiful, giant blueberries. And I'm just going to put a few of those on here for decoration. They look like ball bearings, don't they? And that's it. So you have Skrewball French toast that I swear, even especially with the caramel syrup, it tastes like butterscotch. It's so good. And now, of course, it's piping hot because I used, because I heated up the syrup. It's so good. I have such a sweet tooth. I can't wait for you to try this. If you try it and you like it, you love it, comment, check back. I will add whatever it was Skrewball said the actual carbs are, because this could be my last dish if it's 7 carbs in a serving. So if you try it, give me a comment. Let me know what you like about it. Super simple, easy. Put some raspberries, strawberries, blueberries on it, and enjoy yourself here. Keto over 50. I'm RJ. Thank you. Stay beautiful.